Today I'm going to discuss processing times for the immigration applications. You have just made one of the most significant decisions of your life, to take the leap and move to Canada. After carefully completing all your forms, you have submitted your application. Now the countdown begins. How do I check the processing time for my application type? There is an online tool on the Immigration, Refugee and Citizenship Canada website that can assist you with this. I will provide you the link in the video description. You need to select your application type and where you are applying from, and you will receive the processing time for that specific application type. How are processing times calculated? The processing times indicate how long it took ERCC to process most applications in the past for each type of application. These times are historical, meaning they are measured based on the duration required to process 80% of applications in the past. Most permanent residence and citizenship services now display processing times that are updated weekly based on data from the previous 6 months. Processing times for temporary residence applications are also updated weekly, utilizing data from the past 8 or 16 weeks. How long would it take for Immigration Canada to process my visa application? Each application is different and takes a different amount of time to process. Generally, the processing time for any given application depends on the following factors. 1. The type of application submitted. Different applications have different processing times. 2. The number of applications Immigration Canada receives for each program can affect processing times. Some programs get a similar number of applications each month, so their processing times don't change often. Other programs get a different number of applications during the year. For some of these programs, you can only apply during certain times of the year, causing their processing times to change often. Number 3, the location of the immigration office processing your application. Some applications are processed within Canada, while others are handled at visa offices abroad, affecting processing times. For instance, submitting a visitor visa application to an office in India versus one in France could result in different processing times due to different workload and operational capacities of these offices. A busier office like one in New Delhi may have longer processing times compared to one in Paris. Number 4. If your application is complete and your information can be easily verified. And number 5. How long you take to respond to any requests or concerns Immigration Canada may have. How do you check the status of your application? There is an online tool on the immigration website that can assist you in this matter. I will include the link in the video description. You need to select your application type to find out how to obtain your application status and answer the subsequent questions. What did you apply for? Let's assume you answer visitor visa. Then you will receive instructions depending on if you apply for your visa online or on paper. If you submitted a visitor visa, study permit, or work permit application online through your account, you can simply log into your account. It now features a processing bar that indicates how far along your application is and the estimated time for processing completion. If you apply for your visa on paper, you have the option to link your application to an online account. Within this account, you can view the status of your application and receive messages regarding it. You can also find instructions on how to link an application to your IRCC secure account. Hey, I hope you are enjoying this video so far. If you are looking to immigrate to Canada without dealing with complicated and confusing immigration forms and rules, right below this video you'll find a link to book a call to speak with me or my team so we can tell you how we can make your immigration process less stressful. Now, back to the video. When does my processing time start? Your processing time starts the day Immigration Canada receives your complete application and ends when Immigration Canada makes a decision. If you apply by mail, the processing time starts when your application arrives in the Immigration Canada mailroom. If you apply online or in person, it starts when you submit your application. Processing times do not include time taken for mailing, biometrics, and IRCC receiving your passport to insert the visa and return to you. With the introduction of biometrics, many applicants do not realize this step can extend the overall processing times. Immigration Canada requests your biometrics during the processing period, so providing them upfront might expedite this process. Another aspect usually overlooked is the additional time needed after approval. For temporary visas, applicants must send their passports to the visa office. For permanent resident visas, individuals await their confirmation of permanent residency document before flying to Canada. Therefore, even if an application suggests a 6-month processing time, you can anticipate an extra month for sending your passport and receiving it back. Next, the reviewing officer takes over. Your application joins others waiting in queue to be examined in detail, which is when delays might occur. This stage can take a short time, like a few months for a temporary visa as work or study permits, or longer, like years for some permanent residency applications. Next, the reviewing officer looks at everything more closely. They might need more information from you, like more detailed employment history or educational records, updated police checks, or medical exams. Any additional information they request can extend the processing time. Responding promptly can help minimize any delays in processing your application. I haven't received updates on my application. What should I do? If you are waiting on updates for your application and haven't received any, it's natural to feel concerned. Here's a guide on what to do. 1. Check processing times. Visit the Immigration Canada website and look up the standard processing times for the type of application you have submitted. This gives you a baseline expectation. 2. Follow up. If the actual wait time has exceeded the typical processing times listed on the website, you have grounds to follow up. For instance, if the processing time for a visitor visa is usually 5 months, but 6 months have passed since you applied, it's reasonable to seek an update. Keep in mind that minor delays beyond the estimated time frame are common and usually not a cause for immediate concern. 3. Be patient. If your waiting period hasn't yet exceeded the standard processing time, it's likely too soon to expect a response. If you inquire about your application status now, you might not get a reply or might simply be advised to keep waiting. And that was all for today regarding processing times for Immigration Canada applications. I hope this information has been helpful and gives you a better understanding of what to expect during your application process. Remember, patience is key and staying informed can make the waiting period more manageable. Thank you for watching, and don't forget, life is good and it's getting better. See you in Canada. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, take a moment right now to subscribe right below and turn on the notification button to get notified every time I post a video. Thanks for watching.